All right, we are live.
Hey,
My man,
how are
Guy
you?
Allen, how are you?
I'm great, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, and we're right on time as well.
Great.
We're trying a new application here called Restream, going out to multiple social media sites. So if you're watching this and you have any questions, I think we can interact with you. It's our first time doing it, so please forgive us. If you're here to learn more about eXp Realty, we're talking about the top 10 myths and misconceptions. And I have a long-time EXPer here, Guy Allen, former state broker and all-around nice guy. How you doing, Guy?
I'm great, sir. Thank you. And you're a long timer too, and former state broker. So hats off to you.
It's been 11 years. What a ride, huh?
Wow. 10 for me, 11 for you. That's great, man.
As my lower third says, I'm agent number 50, whatever that means, and we are now. I think we just passed the 78,000 threshold of agents
Yeah.
worldwide.
Amazing. Fantastic ride.
Yeah. So what we're going to talk about are 10 things that people kind of that we hear on a daily basis about EXP that are flat out wrong. They're false, and they have this misconception about the company. And
Hmm.
we're going to take our best crack at it. These are supported with some facts, but also a little bit of our opinion. And I'll guarantee you, if you're watching this, you're not part of EXP, you haven't heard the whole story, or you've heard part of it.
Hmm.
I mean, don't you run into that, Guy?
All the time. Yes, all the time.
Yeah. So first of all, give us 30 seconds about your background for
Sure,
everybody.
David. Thank you. I started out in the business relatively young. I was back in 1977. Started out in the mortgage brokerage business. Got my real estate license in 1982. Sold my mortgage company in 1985. Relocated to Northern Virginia. Best move I ever made up here to Prince William County. Opened up a couple of different real estate firms, worked for a couple of large banks, and then in 2012, changed my life. I met eXp Realty, and it was the best move whoop, whoop, that I ever made. And I met this fine young man here, David Harbour, who explained to me how that eXp Realty was going to change the way we do business in real estate.
Yeah, little do we know. Mine is the same. I haven't quite been in as long as you, but I've been around the block. I've 24 years in the business. I was at Weichert and Remax, and I had the opportunity to do some fun things, be on HGTV as a featured agent on a show called Get It Sold. So I was, full of ourselves. We're doing well, but we didn't realize that there was another level until this model came about. And I'm so thankful that I ran into Tom Somerville. I always give him a shout out for introducing this. And he asked me these questions, and I'll ask you if you're watching this. Do you own any part of your brokerage? Do you share in the revenue? Do you have a real exit strategy? I mean, the day that you leave your brokerage, do you get anything from that brokerage? And then what types of tools and technology and training are you getting? Are you getting the most cutting edge tools and technology and training? It's as simple as that.
Right? Yeah. And that's what made me make the change, David. All of the above, and all of our agents have the exact same thing and opportunities to do within their businesses. So it's been great.
It's funny that we promote home ownership to build equity. We promote our buyers to go out and buy something so they have a piece of uh, you know something to build on. And it's funny how we as real estate agents, we're basically renting our license. We're putting
Mm.
it there with a franchise or somebody else. We're making them money, and we're doing our transactions, but we're not building any equity.
Right.
We're not building anything. We're not sharing in the revenue. So when we go to retire, there's nothing there
Mhm.
from that brokerage.
Right. Right. And so many agents are only as good as their next deal. The next one is coming. So the way this model was put together, Glenn Sanford had some foresight that I just thought was going to be good for me, and I knew it was going to be good for any agent that I brought on board. So
Yeah.
Glad I met you.
Likewise, brother. So, first of all, the company that actually puts on Restream, they're made up of a lot of executives from Ukraine. Obviously, the atrocities that are going over there. They have a website where they're collecting funds and food and things like that. It's right here at restream.io/Ukraine. Not pushing it, but if anybody wants to donate towards that, they certainly can. So let's jump into it. Our top 10 things, top 10 myths and misconceptions of eXp Realty. Number one, eXp Realty doesn't have any offices. They're so poor, they can't even afford offices. And you
Yeah.
say what?
Oh wow. Oh wow. We have, EXP has lots of offices in the area that I'm in, and of course around the world, around the country. We have offices in 150 countries. In the UK, we have more than 300 locations in the US and 1,100 offices, throughout. So it's just anywhere I go, I can gain access. They give you a pass, a card, and you just give them your name and go in, and you can go into the business center between 9 and 5 for most of them and go to work. Take your laptop, have laptop, we'll travel.
Yeah, it's almost just the opposite. Most agents just have one office to go into because they're a franchise or they're owned by somebody. At eXp, we're mobile. That's the way agents are. And literally, just in our area, in the Washington metro area, there are 53 locations.
Wow.
So I'm going to do a quick screen share there. At any time, you and I could pop into any one of these offices, and that's just part of our low monthly fee. And these are really, I mean, tell us how nice the offices are.
Oh, they're swanky. They're really nice, high level, top, A1 places. And you can go in and get coffee, sit down with your client. You can reserve a room if you want to. There's an additional fee to do that, but you can reserve it for all day if you like. But the business centers, for the most part, they're free for us, included in our monthly fee. So it's like, they're very nice.
So, myth number one, eXp doesn't have any offices. Totally
Not true.
false. We have
Not true.
lots of offices,
Yeah.
1,100 offices in the United States. Now that we're going global, we have them all, like you said, 150 countries. And just in our area, we have 53 in the Washington metro area.
Wow. Yeah.
That's awesome. Number two, eXp Realty isn't different from any other brokerage.
Okay. Yeah,
Go ahead, tee this one up.
Yeah, that's definitely not true. And a lot of the things that we do, I think you got a comparison chart too, don't you, David? That just kind of shows how we are different. One, we're in a cloud campus. We work in that office. We have access and we can communicate with each other in that space. Our compensation plan is one of the best in the world. We have streams of income that you can generate as a result of doing your transactions. So it's just great that the things that we have. So
yeah, I want to echo that. This is the way most brokerages are set up. They have they're franchises. They're owned by somebody. They're owned by the franchise or broker owner. They're owned by the boutique broker owner. And then what happens is they have these different levels: international, regional directors, the franchise broker owners, and then all the way down here at the bottom, the agents. The agents do not share in any of the equity.
mm-hmm.
They do not share in any of the revenue, which is completely
Exactly.
opposite
Mm-hmm.
to what eXp is.
Yeah.
eXp is a publicly traded company. 50% of the revenue goes towards the agents. 50%.
Wow.
And every agent has the opportunity to earn free stock in the company, become an owner of the brokerage that they're working with.
Exactly.
I mean, how does that make you feel as a broker owner?
But it's amazing. It's definitely a bigger opportunity than I had with my little small shop. Now I can grow global. I can expand into all the states around in the U.S. and now we can go worldwide. And not only just me, but anybody that joins our company has the same opportunity to do the same thing. They can expand their business. as big and as far as they want to. So it's just a matter of where your mind is and what you want to do with your business. So the opportunity is real.
And it's free.
It's
You sell
free.
your
Yeah,
first deal, the company gives you stock. You
exactly.
cap, the company gives you free stock. You're not paying for it.
Right.
They want you to be an owner because there's more vested. This is a brokerage that is literally controlled by the agents, and they want to make sure that everybody feels like they have a say in it with that
Mm-hmm.
ownership. This is
Yeah.
a clear image of everything on the left hand side is owned by somebody, a franchise owner, owned from somebody else. You'll never have equity in it, and you'll never share in the revenue.
Right. Unless you
Here in
write a
EX
big check.
Right, exactly, exactly. And I always like to tell people EXP is the next evolution in real estate. Century 21 did franchising, Remax did 100%, Keller Williams came along with profit share, but it's still a franchise and brick and mortar model. This is where we change the game in making it a cloud-based, agent-owned, publicly traded company.
Major difference in profit share and revenue share. I worked in that profit share model before, and believe me, it wasn't a lot of profit to share at the end of
They're
the month.
working on razor thin margins. You're
Razor
absolutely
thin
right.
margins. Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why Amazon, Airbnb, Uber, they're all thriving, exploding businesses over the last 10
Mm-hmm.
years. EXP falls under that same umbrella as far as a model.
Exactly.
Uh, myth number 3. Here we go. eXp Realty doesn't have any market share. They don't know what they're doing. They don't sell any homes. Guy, you
Right.
say what?
I'd say that's baloney. Our closed transaction size are huge. As a matter of fact, I think we're ranked pretty up, if not the top, right at the top now. Our transactions are um, par excellence.
Well,
So
I'll give you some
resale house.
stats here as you're saying that. This
Okay.
literally just came out 2 weeks ago, and this is from the Real Trends report. It's not us. This is Real Trends. The largest real estate brokerage firms in the United States ranked by closed transaction sides in 2021. We have Home Services, Realogy, and number 3 is eXp Realty with 355,000 sides.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's bigger than I thought. That's amazing. Number 3. Wow.
Well, it's even more amazing than that because look at this, guy. This is number 1 and number 2, Home Services.
Hmm.
They're made up of multiple brokerages.
Oh, yeah.
Realogy, they're made up of Century 21, Coldwell Banker, ERA, all these different Better Homes.
Mm-hmm.
eXp is one
We
brokerage
won. Yeah. Wow.
that's doing this.
So, man to man, we're number one against any of
Well,
those.
I mean, 78,000 agents growing. Um, Anybody who says that, we don't have market share has got their head buried in the sand.
Right. They're not paying attention to
Right.
what's really going on. Now we're closing transactions. Our agents have been closing transactions with this model that we have with the cloud-based version. We're still able to work and we're still able to interact and communicate. So
Yep.
uh, I'm not surprised that we're up there, but I'm surprised that we're in the top 3. That's amazing.
Yeah. So here's myth number 4. EXP agents are only concerned with recruiting. I'm going to
Absolutely
answer.
not.
Let me answer this one to
Yeah,
start
you go
off with.
ahead.
So we just saw that's not true. We just saw the proof from the Real Trends report. We're number 3 in transaction sides. So that is thrown out the window. The only reason why people say that is because number 1, they don't understand our model.
Mhm.
And number 2, somebody in your office is doing agent attraction. They're recruiting. Somebody in
Exactly.
the office is, and they're
Hmm.
getting paid for it, and you're not. Even
Exactly.
though you're out there interacting with agents and building that name or brand, you get paid nothing.
Zero.
Here, the model, Glenn has just given us the opportunity to do what that person's doing and introduce them to the company.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just I know with my company, my former company, that was a daily a task that I needed to do was, recruit, attract agents. That's what a brokerage has to do. It's got to recruit and train agents. Well, with EXP, here they give you something for doing that. You incentivize. So that's I know at my company I didn't have a full-time recruiter. What better way than incentivize your agents to go out and talk to people and share with them this wonderful opportunity, that about the company first. Not so much that you're going to be rewarded for it, but they're going to be rewarded greatly, and their families are going to be rewarded greatly
Right.
because of the opportunity and the way that they can do business with this model and grow their businesses.
Yeah, in the past, at my previous brokerage, I would introduce people to the company, and they would come, and maybe I'd get a Starbucks card or a sandwich or something. Here, you get paid literally thousands of dollars when somebody comes over, and all we've done is taken out that person that's recruiting and given that ability to each and every agent here at
Mm-hmm.
eXp.
Right. Yeah.
It's empowering.
Yeah. I love it. I get excited. I get excited on the 20 month revenue share comes through. It's like, whoa, this
I
is worth
bet you
the
do.
work.
And if you're listening to this, there's another company out there that does profit share. We are not profit share. We're
Right.
revenue share.
Exactly.
So it's a
Big difference.
big difference. And so you
Big
need to
difference.
find out what that difference is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here we go. Question number 5, or misconception number 5. EXP stock and revenue sharing is not significant enough for me to join.
Oh,
You say
yeah.
what?
I'd say that's malarkey. Yeah. I've been able to do a lot, pay tuition for my daughter's college, uh, down payment on the house, you know, reserve savings. I mean, it's like passive income uh, uh, that you just generate and you just get, because you're doing what you would normally do every day in real estate anyway. So why not get compensated for that? Why not? The stock is doing wonderful, and it's been very significant. It's changed a lot of people's lives. I get calls all the time from my agent says, Mr. Guy, I am so glad that you introduced me to this company. As a matter of fact, I just got my statement. Is this all mine? Yeah, it's all yours.
Well, we're doing the exact same thing that every other brokerage is out there doing. We're selling homes. We're real estate professionals. We have some of the top. The next question you're going to find out. So we have some of the top realtors
Mm,
in every state, all across the country. But we have a second and third opportunity to generate revenue for our family. And one is free stock, which
yeah.
I'll never, ever turn down free stock because it's substantial. And there are multiple ways to earn it free. And if you're a top producing agent, we have a program called Icon Agent Program where literally we pay you your cap back in that form of stock. And but here's an interesting little tidbit I'm going to share with you here. Is this is from one of our reports here. It says EXP agents earned over $87 million in revenue share in 2020.
Whew.
We proudly paid out more than 200 million in revenue share earnings to our agents since the beginning of 2015. So the company is literally paying out revenue. Now, most brokerages are not doing that.
No,
All of them aren't doing that in this
right.
sense.
That is huge. Those are huge numbers. So the agents got that money back, not the company dollar. The agents got that money. Wow. That
Every
is.
month, we call it revenue share day here at eXp Realty. The money gets deposited right into your account, and
Mhm.
that's just for you introducing people to the company. Anywhere that we're live or anywhere that we're getting ready to open up. Think about that. I could care less about it because I didn't get compensated where I was before.
Mhm.
Here now I
Right.
have the opportunity.
Exactly. Over $200 million paid back to the agents in 2020. Man, that's great.
It's substantial and it's life changing. Even if it's $300, $500 a month for some
Yeah.
of these agents, it's a car payment.
Right.
I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but I know that one of our myths and misconceptions is I'm at 100%, so why would I go there? What people aren't looking at is the overall business model. You're
Hmm.
getting 100%, but how much are you paying out? Do you own any equity, and are you getting any revenue share?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So here's
So
number
important.
6. EXP doesn't attract any top producing agents and teams. You say what?
That is another untrue myth. We attract some of the biggest teams in the country, and we got some of the biggest players on our team. So yeah, we can just go right down the list of them, of people that have changed. They've been life changing for us, for them coming on board, and of course, for them, it's been just the best moves that they have ever made was to come over and join eXp Realty. Um, Tareka Musa, Dan Burrell, Grant Cardone, and Alana Cardone, billionaires, life.exp site. So we got some things that we're going to show you.
You just rattled off some of these names. I know everybody out there knows Tarek El Moussa from Flip or Flop. I mean, if you don't, you're not watching HGTV. This is a
Right.
guy who is super successful on his own, multimillionaire, had a huge team, had a huge following. Why would he come to eXp Realty unless there was a better model than what he was doing himself?
Exactly.
Here,
Right.
here's another one. Fan Merrill. Everybody's heard of Fan Merrill. He's the flipping king. He travels all around the country. He's sold over $1 billion in real estate. Again, he had no reason to come to EXP other than this model offers him something that he couldn't even produce himself.
Exactly. Right. Right.
And then you mentioned it again. This guy,
Grant.
Grant Cardone, whether you like him or not, he is uber successful. Okay. He and his wife are running the 10X conferences, and they just had, what, again, whether you like him or not, they just had President Trump as one of their guests. They have Magic Johnson. They have all kinds of, Kevin Hart as speakers at it. He is now training us, and his wife, Elena, is an agent with us.
Right.
It is so to answer that question, we have agents all over the country, and we have top producing agents that are doing hundreds and hundreds of transactions a year.
Okay. Ronnie DeVoe.
There you go. We even
Oh,
have some famous ones. Bill
Bill
Bev
DeVoe.
DeVoe. Huh?
New addition, Bill DeVoe. It's with
Did
us.
you meet him out in Vegas when we were there?
Yeah, met him.
You did?
As a matter of fact, I sat right next to him during the
Yeah.
conference.
Nice. Is he doing a lot of stuff in Atlanta or?
Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, they're doing very well down there from what I'm seeing. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
great that have him on board.
So obviously I pulled out high profile names, but I mean, we have teams, Jay Kinder and Kyle Whistle and Brent Grove and all these agents around the country that are literally doing hundreds and hundreds of transactions, hundreds of millions of dollars. So that is totally false. We even have a former IndyCar driver, Ari Lundike,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that I saw on there. So that number 6 doesn't attract top producing agents. 100% false. All right. Number 7, eXp Realty can't be profitable with a model paying out revenue share.
that's that's not true. When you don't have the brick and mortar that some of these big companies have, guess where that money goes? Profit. It goes. It's revenue share. It's money back in the pockets of the agents. This was an ingenious model. Just from my small business that I had, the biggest expenses that I had was always, the my lease, my building, and my staff. Here I was able to cut back all of those expenses and just focus on what I need to focus on, which is selling homes and building teams and educating folks about the real estate business. So I know we've had some record years. Maybe you could share some of that information, David.
Yeah. So, first of all, the revenue share only comes from selling homes,
Right.
right? That's where the revenue share comes from. So
Right.
it's not like a lot of people have said things like, well, you're a lot like multi-level marketing. No, I don't have vitamins and stashed in my garage or fire extinguishers or what. We sell real estate.
Right.
That's what our company does.
Hmm.
And the only reason that we're able to pay out revenue share is when real estate is sold.
That's right.
Yeah.
Revenue is
And
made.
so what's that?
Revenue is made.
Right. This is just came out, I don't know, a few weeks ago. Actually, last month, February 24th. eXp World Holdings reports record year in 2021 with $3.8 billion. Okay. So
Wow.
the model is not just paying out revenue share without the money coming in. Our agents are selling, as we've already determined through the real trends, number three in transaction size. That's where it comes out. That's where revenue
Yeah.
share comes out.
Hmm. Definitely.
All right. Number eight. We're going to go to number eight. You ready?
Right.
eXp
Um,
Realty. How come I haven't heard of them? They must be new.
right.
You say
You,
what?
you know, at one point that was a legitimate question when I first joined. People were like, "EX who? You know what?" Now we've got signs everywhere. We got people everywhere. Agents over 77,000 agents at 78,000 agents later. They're saying, "Whoa, that EXP is rolling." They are a big company. So no, they. Um, if you look, if you just do a minor investigation on your part, you'll see that EXP Realty is a dominant player in the game of real estate, locally, nationally, and now worldwide.
Yeah, there are a lot of brokerages that take additional fees from their agents to market and promote the brokerage.
Hmm.
And, NAR's come out with study after study saying consumers don't care about that. They
Right.
care about the agent themselves, the professionalism, the personality. That's who they go with. With saying that, you are 100% right. I'm going to do a screen share here. We are, and this isn't in a bragging way. It's literally the truth. We are the fastest growing real estate brokerage that's ever existed.
Really?
In in
Wow.
in 12 short years, we have gone from I'm agent 50 to this says 75,000 agents. We're in actually 78,000, closing in on 80,000, 19 countries and counting. So as you
Wow.
see here, this is the map of where we are, and our leadership there is incredible with Michael Valdez. So we are footprint wise, I believe the largest independent brokerage in the United States, and we are growing like wildfire globally.
That's amazing. Yeah. And David, you're agent 5103. So just in the time that you joined, in between I joined, it was 53. But we talk about eight numbers of agents, but now we're talking hundreds of thousands
It's
of
hunt.
agents. Yeah.
It's incredible, but
Yeah.
they're not coming here because we have the best logo or we're sitting around drinking the Kool-Aid.
Right.
Why are agents coming here, Guy?
Right. They're coming here because we have one of the best models. I mean, it's just the most practical way to do business these days. And I have to say this, with the last 2 years with COVID, coming out, we were kind of built for something like this, a catastrophe of some sort. Our infrastructure is still intact and in place. We could still collaborate. We didn't have to get in our cars and go to an office and sit down to meet with the broker or pick up the phone. We could just open them by computers and go into the cloud and business as usual. So I think that that's one of the main reasons that we've done so well, is just our model, the way we're structured.
And for me, I know that I said I'm sick and tired of paying for things that I don't need and don't want and aren't going to help me. And you know what was the final nail in the coffin for me? When I actually left my previous brokerage, the one with the balloon, and I walked out the door, spoke to my broker. I received nothing from them.
Wow.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Not, just the door hit me in the backside. If I were to leave today or stop selling real estate, I've had stock that I've earned for free
Hmm.
and built up revenue sharing, which, by the way, I get to keep as long as I have my license. I continue to receive that, even
That's
into
a,
retirement.
yeah, that's major, and you can pass it on to your family and money that just kind of generates wealth and leaves a legacy. So I would
Yeah,
have never been able to do it with the model that I had current
no.
at that time.
Okay, so that leads us into number 9.
Mhm.
Here we go. eXp Realty charges more to be part of their company. I get 100% now. Why would I leave? You
Right.
say what?
I'm saying the $85 a month that I spend is well worth it. They can have it every month. That's the cheapest that I've ever been able to run any real estate company and get the highest return that I've gotten. You just can't get that anywhere else. So, you know, the cost is very minimal. The return is great. If you just do what you're doing in your real estate businesses, uh, today, you get 100% now, but hey, how about 120%, 125%, 100, it just depends on what you want to do with your growth, you know, um,
Yeah,
uh,
you bring up a good point. You will only get 100% at that company you're with.
exactly.
At
Yeah,
EXP, I can go to 150, I can go to 200, I can go to 500%.
right. Just
And
duplicating yourself and building your team and building a group, of partners. It doesn't necessarily be a team per se, but these are people that come in, they sell houses, they become your partners in the business, which is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when that happens.
yeah, I would say that most agents, what they do is they say, well, I'm at 100%, but they
Hmm.
don't look at the overall business model. Number one, what are you paying out of your pocket for tools that you have, website, support system, marketing, all that? Number two, do you own any part of your current brokerage? Okay. God
Right.
forbid you get hurt, you get sick, you retire. What do you get when you leave? Oh, it's not 100%, you get zero.
Zero.
Zero. And do you have the proper tools and training to do more deals than what you can do here? I mean, we have a class every Friday. It's actually multiple times a
Yeah.
week where we
Hmm.
call it an iConversations, where top producing agents all across the country come in and train our agents on how to be more successful, do more deals, set up their team.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And they don't feel like you're infringing on their business because their model, they're all over the country, all over the world, and they figure, well, if I help you grow, the company's going to grow, the stock's going to grow, I'm going to benefit one way or the other, my team is going to grow, the company's just grown. It's just been give, and everybody win. So that's been the thought process, and I
Yeah,
love it.
I mean, it, you need to sit down with somebody and really look over what are you spending, what are you getting in return for that 100% and paying for per transaction,
Hmm.
and find out what you're missing out on. So I don't know whether Glenn said this or somebody said, at least know what you're turning down before you turn it down
Right. That makes a lot
and
more
know
sense.
all the details. Um,
Exactly.
why do EXP agents get so excited about agent attraction? Number one, they love the company
Hmm.
because it all starts from there. Number two, if I got paid at my previous brokerage, I would have done the same thing, but I
Right.
didn't have that opportunity.
Didn't have that opportunity or the model, I, and I got to take my hat off to Glenn Sanford who came up with this model. It was just ingenious, and just big shout out to him, because I knew when I met him and I talked to him that this man, I could see the gears kind of going in his brain about this model, and that I knew that, hey, I'm wherever he's going, and I don't follow too many people, but wherever he's going, I'm going to follow him. I'm not going to jump off the edge. I follow him right up to the edge. But this is the best real estate model that I've ever heard and I've ever seen, and I've got into that system, and it just takes you to another degree in the world campus that we have. So
A
I
lot of people
encourage
are
you all to
playing
look at it.
chess in the world. Glenn is playing 3D chess.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing.
Here is final question, number 10. Might have a bonus statement in there, but
Okay.
number 10, I would have to change my name and my logos and my identity if I joined eXp Realty, right? And you say,
Wrong. You don't. You don't. We have a lot of people that have come over with their teams who want to keep that team name, and we just add brokered by EXP on that name, that identity, and they can continue to do business. And this is an add-on. If you already got a team or a mega team or even a small company, this is an add-on that you can put to your company and make you a lot bigger than you currently are, and give you the ability to expand around the world, around the globe. You can um, build your business. It's just amazing is what you can do with this model.
I like making this analogy, and I don't know if it's any good or not, but it's, Bruce Lee talked about, water can be, formed into many different
Mhm.
things and
Right.
adapt. Well, this model is the same
Mhm.
way, whether you're a single agent, whether I have a team of five, whether I'm a broker owner, literally, you can come to eXp, keep your same branding, brokered by eXp Realty, and now you get to offload a lot of those tasks that I absolutely despise as a
Man.
broker owner. I mean, you were a broker owner.
Oh yes, man. That was just a. I think I got a lot of these gray hairs you know, from that, but and the cost, managing everybody, everything, and dealing with all the issues that come up. It has some good points of being a broker owner, but you have to balance it and weigh out, well, what was going to be good for you in the long run. In the long run, this model was going to be better for me than having a little boutique shop here in Northern Virginia. So when I saw this, and my wife and I, we had actually been looking for something when we met David. We had flew out to Vegas and looked at all these different franchises and companies to kind of see, and looked at the money that we would have to spend to get it and to build it. And when I saw that we could do this and expand our business and not have all of those things, and I think back then we had Open Quack, the system that we were in to communicate. When I saw this and I could do this for under $85 back then a month, I was like, where do I sign? And my agent said, Mr. Allen, if you ain't leaving, then we're leaving. So I said, well, hold up. Let me sign up first. So we
Hey,
built it, and they're happy, and I am too.
again, I think Glenn might have said this, but he said once you hear all there is to this business model, you can't unhear it.
Right,
and
right.
and for those sharp agents that are very business minded, they're going to listen to it and they're going to go, I can't sleep at night. I gotta check out more of this. I, I,
Gotta
I
check it
gotta I
out.
gotta transfer my business.
Gotta check it out. Gotta do this and get it from somebody that knows what they're talking about. Call somebody that's doing the business, not your uncle over here or cousin down there, or somebody that's not knowledgeable about
or
what
or,
it is that we do.
or
Get it
their
first.
existing broker.
They exist. Definitely
Their
don't want to
existing
ask them.
broker wants
You
to
don't want to lose
nix
them.
it because they can't provide the training, the tools, the compensation.
Hmm.
It's not even close. So
Right.
I'm going with bonus number myth 11 here. I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to say EXP doesn't really have any training,
Oh my goodness, man.
and the tools stink. And you say what?
That's a huge myth. I mean, our training is just amazing. We have so many class. Oh well, there's the calendar right there. This is the daily calendar of events going throughout the day, the month, the week, and a lot of them are recorded. And you can, if you do career, here's a chance for you to check out the classes at night or on the weekends or on Sunday. If you're out working, selling houses, you can catch up on some of these sessions later, because some of these things that are in here, I'm telling, every time I go into one of these sessions, I can pick out what I want. I learn something new that somebody's doing to generate more sales, more transactions, and to build their groups and their teams. So we have plenty. We have lots of training. The tools that we have are just amazing. We have, you know, KV Core, which used to be called Conversion, which is a CRM like on steroids. You know, so websites, everything that you would need to be productive in the real estate business practically is in this system that we have in the background, and it's for $85. You know I was spending, $1,500 to $2,000 a month for not even half of this stuff, and my agents were having to spend the same thing. So when they saw that they could get all of this, the package, the back room, all of the sky slope, everything, and keep tracking of their business volume, they were all in. So I said, great. And I got a buy-in from them. And we love it. And I'm glad we did this 10 years ago. And a lot of them are so happy. And I've seen them grow in their business. So
Yeah,
what's
it's
two?
proof is in the pudding. When people come here, they start producing more than where they were at previous brokerages.
Exactly.
And it's
Yeah.
because a lot of people focus in on the revenue share or, the agent attraction portion of it. But what they don't mention is there is true collaboration as a result of this model. People
Hmm.
really care whether you do well or not. I mean, when
Right.
I was at, again, my previous brokerage, nobody cared whether I sold a home or not. Nobody cared. The only thing that somebody cared was the broker cared that I paid my monthly fee. That was it.
Right. Yes.
Here, they care about it, and they have, these are classes that eXp offers, but you and I offer anybody that we brought in additional classes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this is just today, guys. If you're watching this, we have how to increase your commission by 1 to 3%, agent boot camp. We've got icon series. This is these are classes taught by top agents across the country. Building business by referral, how to build trust and long lasting relationships with clients, how to stay in a 5 money making activities.
Mm.
You would pay to go to get this
Oh,
type of
yeah.
training, but it's
Hmm.
done on a daily basis.
Right in the cloud.
Marketing,
Yeah.
secrets, advanced tips to grow your brand. This is just today. And then you said the tools. I mean, we have all kinds of tools, but here every agent here gets an agent attraction website called KV Core.
Right.
And the simplest thing that I can say to this is like a Ferrari of lead generation websites. It's not just for me to put pretty pictures on. It actually has an IDX, it's got a CRM system. And you see this? These are all leads generated by my website. And I can tell whether they saw it on their phone or whether they saw it on their desktop or what properties they're looking at. It literally has drip campaigns, video marketing inside, and for anybody out there buying Zillow leads,
Mm.
you can do that right inside.
KV
Get
Core.
more
Yeah.
leads right here. You can do it right inside your KV Core website. So you want to do Facebook advertising? Not a problem. Click here. For a fraction of what you're paying for, Zillow leads somewhere else,
Mm.
I literally can start generating leads right from my KV Core website, and I don't even have to know anything about setting this up. Somebody
Mm.
else does it for me.
Right, right. That's great. Yeah, I've used it over the years, and it's been marvelous. My agents love it, and that's just one of the tools that we
Oh
have.
my God, it's too many. It's too
Yeah,
many. But
yeah.
it's literally agents are generating leads each and every day for free just by utilizing some of the things on this dashboard here.
Yeah, the enterprise is great too. It's got tons of things. The XP Enterprise is just loaded with stuff that I use every day to keep track.
Yeah, I'm going to do another video on just the tools that
Oh,
we're
cool.
given at eXp because I mean that just to explain everything would be an additional hour.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That just going over the tools, yeah, that we have here in the company. And when you're in independent. You have to pay for everything individually, a la carte. You're always getting bombarded with these different marketing tools, the shiny objects. Here, eXp vets a lot of these products and services and puts them all in one place. And most of them that we need are right there in the enterprise. And you just click on there and use them. If you use the tools on a regular basis, you're gonna have success with your business. If you don't, then you won't.
Yeah, somebody just hit in from Facebook. Good stuff. Really like the closed captions too. Best to you. The stock has been excellent over the long haul.
No.
So there you go. So there you go. Those are 10. We probably got a few more, but those are 10 of the leading myths and misconceptions on eXp Realty. What you need to do is really sit down with somebody. Guy Allen, if you want to get in touch with him, right below here, you can get him at REXPERT.expert. Is that your site?
And I think it's an S on there. REXPERTS.
Oh gosh, terrible. All right.
Okay. REXPERTS.
REXPERTS.
That's okay.
I'll change that. REXPERTS.
I'm sorry. Let me just make sure, David, I don't give you the wrong thing. My own site, right? EXPERTS.
Yeah, let's.
I think, yeah, REXPERTS with an S.
REXPERTS.
Yep, with an S.
All right. Well, let's.
REXPERTS.expert.
Look at that.
Because we're real estate experts at eXp Realty. That's where.
There we go. Let's try this again. REXPERTS.expert.
Right.
Hey, I like these lower thirds here.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
And if anybody wants to talk to me, I would love to talk to you. You can go to bestbrokerage.model.com. And we're going to do these periodically, but I am just overwhelmed with gratitude. And I can't say enough about what a quality partner Guy Allen has been during this journey. And I want to, publicly thank you for
thank you, Dave.
Everything that you've done. Yeah.
Appreciate you too. You're pretty modest, with what you do. And I just got to put this out there. Dave is a former professional football player. He looks a little short in this picture right here, but he's a big guy. He used to play for the Washington. He used to be they're the Commanders now, but Dave was a big guy. He comes with some experience that just has really helped us all a lot. So.
Well, I appreciate it. We're all in this together. That's the cool thing about this model is that literally you want to collaborate, you want to work together, you want to help those people that you brought on, go to the next level. And I couldn't have picked a better group to be with, and I feel lucky there. So listen, we're running up here. If you are watching this and you're not part of eXp, reach out to one of us, get us on the phone, or get to the person that may have sent you here and have a serious, in-depth conversation. Because I'm telling you, the best thing that I could say, we've gone over a lot of this stuff. It was the best thing I ever did. Hands down.
Love it. Great.
I don't hear other agents from other brokerages going, this brokerage has changed my life. I hear it all the time here.
All the time.
This brokerage has changed my life.
And I see it all the time. I mean, they don't just say it. I mean, I've seen more new cars and big houses than I've ever seen with eXp agents starting out in their business. So it's like, it's great. They're doing very well because they're using the tools, and you can too. It's not just them. It's not just me and David. The big thing is that you can too. You can get into this industry, get into this model, and it'll change your life. It'll change your thought process about having to have certain things to make a certain way to make your business grow. So change your mindset. Just take your head off and turn it around if you can, and look at it from a different direction. This is a beautiful opportunity. Thanks, David, for having me.
Awesome. We're going to do this again. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next webinar. Have a great day.
Yes, great. Have a good one.